Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's Fallout 4 Survival Guide and to the last episode of the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC. So in this episode we're kind of going to see the aftermath of, completing power play. So of course, whichever places you have assigned the gang that kind of like went rogue. Hold on. The ones that went rogue obviously are going to be hostile towards you. But there are three areas of the park which become unlocked once you have obviously turned the power on. So the one is at Galactic Zone. It is of getting the last star core and getting that power armor. You'll now be able to access Dry Rock Gulch employee area, but obviously I already jumped over the wall and did that. And obviously the Nuka-Cola bottling plant, there's a hidden section that we couldn't access before, if you can remember. So we're going to have a look at that. And kind of see what happens with it.
Have to try harder than that.
So we're going to pop back in and do that. So yeah, if you remember in the Nuka-Cola bottling plant, there were the gunners that kind of got ripped apart by these Nuka-Lurks. And the new breed of Mirelurks, see? And then there was in the Nuka, like on the factory floor, in the Nuka reactor place bit, if you go through, obviously power's all back online now. If you go through here to where the gunners were, there's a star core there, isn't there? But you couldn't access this area, which I had no idea what's in it. It seems like a very top secret area. So now it's the secure Beverageer lab. So now you can open the door on that. Four bullets to kill that. Yeah, so hopefully we can pop in now. So I'm going to turn down the radio, it's bloody loud. So there's an elevator. So if you remember, John Caleb let his beverages, or loaned his beverages out to the military to develop military grade weapons. So we're going to go through this little door here first. So this looks like where they could chill out. There's a holotape. I think it's Mackham? Mackham. I don't know. I'm going to call him M's recording. Let's play it.
So Rex, what did Dr. Levitt say?
It was like we expected. She won't be joining Project Cobalt.
Did you tell her how important this is to the country? I mean, if she hadn't noticed, we are at war.
I didn't even get that far in the conversation. She still thinks all we're doing here is making soda, for God's sake. It's a shame, too, because she's the best organic chemist we have. I guess we'll just have to rely on Dr. Medford from now on.
Wait, is she leaving? She's gonna walk away from all of this?
She's not only walking away from her job.
That's it. Damn.
I never had the
Mine
hands
never
for that
get on
kind of
Bradford's
shit.
bad side.
Glad you did.
So Bradburton fired her because she refused to work on Project Cobalt. So Project Cobalt was the military thing. Here's another one.
talk, so talk.
Don't take that tone with me, Rex.
Here
You
she
know
is.
exactly why I'm pulling you aside. You told Brad Burton our team would work on Project Cobalt without asking the rest of us first.
I don't have to consult with any of you first. I'm the lead Beverageer, remember? There's a reason JC put me in charge, you know. He trusts me to make the hard decisions and make them quickly.
Are you even listening to yourself? JC.
Sweet.
You know
Go
what,
to
Kate?
hell, Rex.
I
You'll
expected
have my
more out of you.
resignation by the end of the month.
Oh, no, sorry, she didn't get fired. She resigned. Let's go downstairs. The Beverageer's terminal. Research logs. Compound. Isotope sample has failed to reach stability. System error. Okay, so this is the one that was used. This is what's used in quantum. Citron. Oh my god. Citrontium 90 retention seems adequate. Substance stays liquid at temperatures up to 127 Celsius and doesn't create toxic vapors. Thermogenic reaction can be achieved by manipulation of electron subfield. If we can find a safe way to trigger the radioactive thermogenesis, this may be actually what I've been looking for. Also, it has a pleasant blue glow. Repeatable thermogenetic trigger has been achieved. Substance stays in liquid form after trigger and will explode from a suitable impact. Works sort of like nitroglycerin, but safer and with a much stronger yield. Nitroglycerin is used in bomb making, I think. Planning on showing this to Brabberton in the form of Nuka-Nuke to present to Braxton. That's the General Braxton. Decided to call the substance quantum. Ready to begin testing as beverage as well. So this is obviously how quantum was formed. Fucking hell. Okay. I'm drunk. I really pulled out all the stops on this lab. When I requested our own dedicated reactor, I didn't think he would actually have one built. Aside from security aspect, it's going to be convenient having a bunkhouse here to sleep after late nights. JC has really put a lot of faith in us, and I can't wait to tell the others till the others see the new lab. We'll likely be hiring junior beverageers to deal with the bottling plant while we focus on Project Cobalt. I can't wait, finally. Stop dabbling with soft drinks and get to some important world-changing work. It's been a grueling few months, and we finally have something concrete we can show Brabberton. None of us have left the lab in the past 3 weeks, so I'm giving the others vacation time while JC and I go over the data with General Braxton. The sooner he signs off on the research, the sooner we can start testing. Dr. Levitt wasn't happy when I put the whole Beverageers team onto Project Cobalt, but if she wants to keep her job at Nuka-Cola, she doesn't have much of a choice. After getting the final okay of our data from General Braxton, we began to actually synthesize process. Based on the initial data, we went with a 90 derivative. It was an immediate success. The weapons we applied, the new bluish payload material was amplified well beyond our expectations. Ironically, with a slight tweak to the synthesis, we ended up with a totally stable and relatively safe additive that could give a drink a unique bluish glow. I don't know why I was thinking soft drinks at the point. I suppose there was a little bit of a Beverageer left in me after all. As far as our new soft drink went, I decided to call it Quantum. To keep Dr. Levitt from quitting the team, I put her in charge of that project, while Benhill and Medford continued working on Project Cobalt. We had the boys over at the laboratory in Washington, D.C., lend us a hand with the live subject testing. Isotopes and were close, and caused all sorts of problems with the test subjects. But when we hit CE774, it was that eureka moment we were waiting for. No deaths, only a few mild cases of dizziness and other benign side effects. A new flavour was born. So he's now focusing on quantum rather than Project Cobalt. I was supposed to meet with Bradberton today. Unfortunately, Peyton Huxley said he was sick, but he assured me that JC was absolutely over the moon with the progress on the weapon program and the quantum soft drink. He said the test pilot program in Washington, D.C. had gone through the roof, and this could be the company's biggest seller in years. In fact, they decided to call it Nuka-Cola Quantum, using the name I came up with. I don't think the day could have gone any better. It's too bad JC wasn't around to celebrate. Ruth is dead. I had to do it. I had no choice. She was going to compromise the entire lab. Until I know what's going on up there, until I know for certain that the bombs have fallen, I can't afford to open that door, not under any circumstances. Ruth, I'm so sorry. I will always remember you. So now the bombs have dropped. The last 2 weeks have been insane. The enemy finally went crazy and bombed the hell out of us. Ruth is dead and Edmund hung himself. Even as I type this, I'm having difficulty time processing it all. The only thing I can do is continue working on Project Cobalt, else it never got finished. If there's a war going on above our heads, then we could be this country's only chance to tip the scales. I've had Kevin tweaking the isotope. It's still too unstable for our troops to handle. If we only had a little more time. I thought Kevin was with me on Project Cobalt. We've been safe down here for over a year now, and there's no reason we couldn't keep going for at least another 6 months. Turns out he'd been plotting for weeks to try and leave the lab through the reactor's emergency overflow. Probably trying to sell my work to the goddamn enemy. I couldn't let him go. I know. I managed to hit him a few times with a pistol before he disappeared down the overflow tunnel. The blood loss and the radiation would surely finish him off. Serves him right, traitor. Shit, so he went crazy. Though many would, I suppose. But we knew they survived then. Nuka Quantum Grenade. Project Cobalt schematics. You can now build quantum grenades and thirst sapper modifications.
Yes.
Cool. What can we do? What can we do? Thirst sapper. Nuka-Cola gun. A splash of refreshment. Sprays irradiated Nuka-Cola. Jesus. Bursting with flavour causes a small explosion. I did not even know you could do this. Quantum vaporized thirst and body parts causes a small nuclear explosion. We're building this shit. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do that. Okay. I'm not timing how long this is. So if we cut off, don't worry, we will come back. But I don't think we'll go too far over. So that's where you can get the thirst sapper modifications and the ability to make Nuka-Cola grenades. So I think, yeah, grenades on here. Nuka-Cola grenades. There they are. So you need Nuka-Cola Quantum. Ooh, you do need Demolition Expert rank 4, though. So I may want to do that. Oh, look, here we go. Mitchum recording.
I don't care if Bradberger made you the Pope. You're not telling me what to do anymore. We've been stuck down here for weeks. There's no Bradberger anymore. There's no Nuka World anymore. No nothing anymore. Don't you get it, Rex? We're done. Humanity's done. We might be all that's left. And you want to continue working on this bullshit project?
Why don't you wake up, Keith? You don't know what's going on out there. There could be Chinese soldiers right above us and we'd never know. Project Cobalt could be the thing that saves us. Saves America. We have to keep working.
I wish the two of you would stop fighting. We need to keep level heads if we're going to survive. Look, Kate, maybe Rex is right. Maybe if we concentrate on our work, we'll take our mind off of things for a while. None of us want to end up like Dr. Medford.
Look, I don't deny it's a shame what happened to Dr. Medford. But at least he kept his mind on his work. The fact of the matter is, he lost it. He was weak. He let his emotions take over. I don't want to see the same thing happen to you.
You're crazy. At first, I thought you were just driven, but I was wrong. You're absolutely crazy. Why don't you pull out some of your secret recordings you've been making of us? You know, the ones you don't know about? Play them back and listen to yourself over the last few weeks. Listen to how goddamn insane you sound. Well, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with you, and I'm done hiding down here, waiting until you snap.
Get away from the door controls, Kate. I'm not kidding.
A gun? So what are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me now? Is that what this has come to? I said this to you a few months ago, and I'll say it again. Go to hell, Rex, and goodbye.
Oh my god. You shot her. She's gone.
I had to do it, Kevin. She left me no choice.
She did, but
Now let's take care of this mess and get back to work.
so he went crazy and caused them all to die. Alright, so this is the Nuka quantum grenade. Oh, really cute little blue thing. Okay, so this is what is here. That's it. You kind of see what happens to the Beverageers working on Project Cobalt, and you get thirst sapper modifications, which actually probably make it one of the best guns in the game. And I will travel to one of my settlements outside of the Commonwealth to you know, sort out. So the next place we're going to go to is Galactic Zone. So we've figured out what's going on here now. Let me find my way out again. I thought I could go underneath that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go to Galactic Zone. Actually, seeing as we're over here, we'll pop to the other place. So with the whole after power play, and you do what we just did there, you can go into that area that was locked down because of the power. You can then use the thing at Galactic Zone. I will go to that in a minute, as well as obviously the Dry Rock Gulch employee area. But you can also claim this Nuka World Red Rocket. So I did find it before in my outskirts of the Nuka World Part 1. But yeah, so basically you can now claim this and build here and whatnot. I don't know whether it connects to your other settlements, even to the outposts, but cool if it did. No, so you can say who you want. Do you want disciples or the pack? I'll do the pack. So now you can use this. I don't think there's... Yeah, so you know you can build and all you want. It's a bit cramped, but it's like a big pylon. They like that though. Being a pack and that, they all kind of snuggle together. That sounded really weird. That did sound really weird. Oh, there they are. Hello. Hello, Mr. Antlers. Oh, they get here bloody quick, don't they? Right, they need water. Sorry, I'm just going to give them the necessities. As well as that, because I got 3 actual, 3 settlements, you can now get dealers, by the way. So you can have a booze joint. Chems dealer. And a gear dealer.
Hi.
Tired of rubbing dirt on your wounds?
Anything going on around here that I should know about?
Ugh, ain't enough food around. Can't think about nothing else when you got a hole in... Bad hangover? Gushing too much blood? I got just the thing.
Sure.
This is what I got.
So he can say you booze, although he doesn't actually have booze. Anyway, and now let's go to the Galactic Zone. This is the final bit of what's available after power play. If you do know of any more, then do tell me. But this is from what I found from exploring. There's like nothing really else other than these like 3 bits. Oh, obviously 4th for the Dry Rock Gulch employee area. The only thing that's there is a magazine, the Scav issue 1. Galactic Zone. So you need to make sure you've got all the
Sure, we carry guns. Knives.
all of the star cores that are inside the Galactic Zone grounds, that are inside all the areas here. There is tutorials on it. You need to make sure you get the star controls as well, the ones that are on the outside. So just a quick show of where they are. So there is one in the Nuka-Cola down in the basement, or in a side room, and there is one in the market on one of the stalls, I think for Shelby's Chase's stall. There is another one, I'm trying to think here. There is another one in the Dry Rock Gulch area, and then there is another one at the Nuka-Cola bottling plant by that door that we were just at. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Then there's one at the Nuka World junkyard. It's on the top in the big warehouse. The final star core. Let me get rid of that. The final star core. Okay. I know it says there, but I haven't added them on. I will do that now, because this gives you access to this power armor, and I think it's quantum fueled. So 1. Shit, there's 1 bit left and I just cannot see where. Let me find it before we start. I can never find this last bit. I really can't. I hate doing this. I can never find it, like the last bit. Oh my god, we're just gonna have to find it when I come back. Because I literally cannot find where it needs to go. Oh my god. Alright, so they've all been added. I'm gonna have to find it in a minute. They've all been added. So go up here. Now that the power's back on, you can actually get the final star core and unlock that power armor. So you need to go here to the elevator. Where is the button? Come on. Oh, there it is. There we go. Couldn't see it then. So yeah, before this elevator wasn't working due to the power not being on, obviously. So you get to the top, like you can see like this top. It's a lovely view. And you'll notice, go over here, and there also there's some people that were enjoying.
I ain't got words.
It is bloody beautiful. And then here is the star core. And that is the last star core. And with that beautiful view in mind, we're going to return down to Starport. Literally that's it. But to be fair, you do get some good stuff. It's like an additional end bit. You do get some good stuff.